Thanks for coming to J&N Travels podcast with your hosts, John and Nancy.
Hi.
We will discuss everything travel, including cruising, Disney World, other general travel, snowbirding tips, trivia, and other fun things.
Thanks for joining us. Each podcast contains 2 segments with travel information. We also have Nancy's Trivia, travel fun facts, and snowbird tips. We have been getting some questions emailed to us and will answer one question on each podcast. If interested in sending us a question or making up a comment, email us at j&ntravels@yahoo.com. Please check out our J&N Travels Facebook page, J&N Travels merchandise store, our J&N Travels YouTube channel, and visit our podcasts on YouTube, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and Apple. Our information for everything is listed below. We like to start off each podcast with Nancy's Trivia. Nancy, that's me, will give you the trivia questions now, and she will give you the answers towards the end of our podcast.
Nancy, we're at our part of the podcast where you give 3 travel trivia questions.
That's right.
You don't give the answers, and then at the end of our podcast, you'll give the answers to
Yes,
these 3.
I
So what are
will.
your 3 travel trivia questions today, Nance?
The first one is, which country covers the most time zones on the planet?
Which country covers the most time zones on the planet? Okay.
Number 2, which town served as the inspiration for Magic Kingdom's Main Street, USA?
I didn't even know that was based on the town, but that sounds like an interesting question.
Yeah.
So which town served as the inspiration for Magic Kingdom's Main Street, USA? Okay.
And number 3 is, on which canard ship were parts of the Poseidon Adventure filmed?
I always wondered what ships they use for
Yeah.
this, because any of these Titanic or Poseidon Adventure, those. So it's on which canard ship were parts of the Poseidon Adventure filmed?
Right.
Okay. Well, Nancy, you'll give the answer to these 3 trivia questions at the end of the podcast.
I will.
So, Nancy, for podcast number 11, our first segment is kind of a fun segment for me because, of course, it's food.
Of course.
Even though you're much better at diversion of food than I am.
Yeah, I like everything.
I'm more of a meat and potatoes guy. But we're going to do the 12 most popular Walt Disney World restaurants. And this is voted on by the Walt Disney World visitors. So it's not
okay.
by some guy on a news agency that just threw it together. This is
Okay.
actual people who have eaten at all these places.
Oh, that's
So
good.
this should be a much more accurate judgment of the top 12. So starting at number 12, Nancy, and counting down. What is number 12 on your list?
Okay, number 12 is Boma, Flavors of Africa, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Boma is one of the greatest buffets on Disney property and offers an all-you-can-eat fare at breakfast and dinner. At dinner time, while there are lots of tasty options for picky eaters, such as mac and cheese and mashed potatoes, you're also going to find endless unique dishes, like their delicious bobo tie and their Ghanaian oxtail stew. Other favorite items is the watermelon rind salad and the famous zebra domes.
Now, you know, that menu doesn't sound great to me because, like I said, I'm a meat and potatoes guy. It probably sounds fantastic to
Yeah,
you.
it does sound good to me.
But we've actually walked around this numerous times.
Yeah.
We like to resort hop, and we've gone to this resort, we walk around the buffet, and it actually looks good.
It does.
It'd be a great way to taste some foods, right?
Yeah,
Those beaver domes are very popular. I think it's like
I think
a cake.
they're called zebra domes.
What would they say?
Beaver.
Ah, zebra domes. Okay.
Wrong animal.
That's right. Zebra domes. I think it's like a chocolate cake covered with a vanilla frosting.
Ooh,
They're very,
that sounds
very
good.
popular, very well known.
Yeah.
But part of the fun of that resort, if you remember walking around, was that you, before your meal or after, you can just walk outside and there's jungle animals.
Oh, that's so cool.
I mean, you used to love seeing the giraffes.
Those are my favorites. Yes.
So that was number 12. What's number 11 on your list, Nance?
Number 11, Tapanito in Japan's Pavilion at Epcot. Tapanito is a vibrant hibachi-style restaurant that's fun for everybody. The chefs are top-notch at both cooking and entertaining and perform quite an impressive show while transforming your food into Disney-themed art before you gobble down every delicious bite. Oh, that's interesting. It might be too pretty to eat, though.
Well, no, what it's like, I've eaten there. I ate there way back when, with my family.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a hibachi. You know the ones we always see on cruise ships where they're making the meal right in front of you.
Yes.
And they're flipping stuff
Yeah,
and doing all
yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's on, if I remember correctly, it's on the second floor in the Japan Pavilion. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet it is.
You know, you pick your mixture of fish or beef or vegetables, and they mix it together. So that's number 11. Okay.
Oh, that sounds really good.
So it's number 10.
Narcoossee's in Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is surf and turf paradise. Well, that's right up your alley.
It is. It's something that...
Yeah. The servers go out of their way to ensure everything is cooked to your liking, and the panoramic views overlooking the Seven Seas Lagoon are just gorgeous. Well, I love the Grand Floridian. I think it's beautiful there.
Now, we've never seen that restaurant, so I can't really give an opinion on that. We've explored the Grand Floridian. Does it say what floor it's on there or anything like that?
Let's see. No, it doesn't.
No. So that's one maybe we'll have to check out. And that was number 10, you said?
Yeah, number 10.
Okay. Number 9 is?
Sanaa in Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge is a place you want for a unique East African inspired meal. The Indian style is the place you want. Whoops, I lost my place here. Okay.
Okay, Nance, so what do you have for number 9?
Well, number 9 is Sanaa, and this is also in the Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge. So they have 2 wonderful restaurants there. This place is a good place if you want a unique East African-inspired meal. They said the Indian-style bread service is out of this world, and the restaurant boasts views of the savannah where you may catch a few animal sightings.
I like the view, and the bread sounds good to me.
Yeah, it does sound
the meal
good.
I have, it's fine. We have not eaten yet at the Animal Kingdom Lodge at all.
No,
or
we
anything.
haven't. No, nope.
Okay, next one on your list?
Number 8, 50s Prime Time Cafe, Disney's Hollywood Studios. This retro restaurant is also an experience where you'll feel like you've been transported to a 50s sitcom like Leave It to Beaver. Your servers are known as your cousins, aunts, and uncles, and you best mind your table manners because they may banish you to the corner if you're caught with your elbows on the table. The fare here is classic American comfort food, and the portions are quite large. This is a bonus for me because I'll either keep half to eat later in the day or share one appetizer and one entree with my husband, and we'll still both feel full. Some of their most popular items are Aunt Liz's golden fried chicken and the peanut butter and jelly milkshake.
I don't think I like the peanut butter and milkshake.
No.
You know, it sounds like it's good food that I would like, but I don't think I would go spend the money and the time at the Disney resort to get typical food I can get at home. And to tell you the truth, I don't love the feeling of having people pick on me my whole meal either. I've heard that if you don't finish like the peas on your plate, they'll come over and they'll reprimand you, and they'll make other people around you scold you.
I'll pass on the 50s cafe. There are other restaurants here that I would like to go, and actually the next one is something.
Well, we know lots of people who have gone to the 50s and do like it.
Yeah.
So it is a fun restaurant if you're into that type of thing.
That's why it's number 8. A lot of people like it.
Okay. So
I want to try this one. This one's number 7. It's California Grill. Every time we've gone to the Contemporary and we've gone through this restaurant, it smells delicious. So this is Disney's Contemporary.
Well, it used to be easy to walk through it. You remember back in the old days, we go up there, we'd watch the fireworks from up there, and we'd walk through it. Now they won't let you go up there unless you actually have a reservation.
Oh, right. That's true. I could smell it from the balcony, though, when we were there last.
Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, because the balcony's up there.
Yeah. So this is number 7. It's California Grill. It's Disney's Contemporary Resort. For an intimate, romantic setting with stunning views of Magic Kingdom, look no further than California Grill. The food shows off the wonderful culinary flavors of California. And if you're looking for a nice bottle of wine, you'll find an extensive list here. Your meal includes access to the restaurant's exclusive viewing patio for fireworks over Cinderella's castle. Some popular items are the spicy Kazan roll and the Sonoma goat cheese ravioli. I would love that. Yeah. I would really enjoy that.
Well, back in the day, like I mentioned, that balcony, anyone could go up to it.
Yeah.
Now it's very restricted.
Yeah.
But the restaurant is very exclusive because gorgeous views, especially if you time it right to see the fireworks over the castle.
Yeah. So it's a win-win, I guess.
Right.
You get a beautiful view of the fireworks.
Well, Nancy, thank you for the bottom 12 of the bottom 6 out of 12, and I'm going to move on to the top 6, counting down with number 6. This is Rocellier Steakhouse, Epcot.
Oh, that's right up your alley.
Of course, as a meat and potato guy, I would absolutely love this.
Well, I would enjoy it. I would really enjoy a good piece of steak, so I know I would enjoy it as well.
Often regarded as the best steakhouse on Walt Disney World property, this locale in the Canada Pavilion at Epcot World Showcase boasts a high-quality menu, but offers a slightly more laid-back setting, say California Grill.
Oh.
Our favorites, okay, is the Canadian cheddar cheese soup. That was very good. The maple cream brulee.
Oh, I would love
your favorite dessert, right?
That's my favorit, yes.
And the Rocellier filet mignon. That's a meal made for me, right?
Yes, that's a win-win meal.
Right. So that would probably be one of my top restaurants.
Because you like the brulee as well, right?
Oh, all three of those are really good.
So that's perfect.
Moving on to number 5 of the top 12. Cinderella's Royal Table Magic Kingdom. Cinderella and her princess friends make this character dining spot one of the most magical in all of Walt Disney World. I think this is the first one that said characters that we have addressed today. People were pleasantly surprised by the food, which is served plated. Although the price is high due to the character dining in the location, because this is right in the near the castle.
Yeah.
The overall experience was well worth the cost. Favorite items were the charcuterie, and the Clock Strikes 12 dessert. Ooh. So this is something, especially if you have children and you want to have their exposure to the characters.
Yeah.
In Cinderella's Royal Table in the Magic Kingdom.
Well, it's good to know that even though it's pricey, the food is really good because, you know, I mean, a lot of times when something's really pricey, you don't get good quality food.
Right, you're paying more for the atmosphere, not food.
More for the atmosphere. So I'm glad to hear that the food is good as well. And that was ranked what?
That was number 5.
Oh, number 5.
Moving on to number 4. We've passed this, but we've never eaten here. Is a Yak and Yeti, Disney's Animal Kingdom. So this is inside the actual park.
Yeah.
The food here is terrific, and the atmosphere features beautiful and authentic Southeast Asian artifacts.
Ooh.
What's great about the Yak and Yeti is there's something healthy for everyone.
That's good.
I hate when I do. So Nancy, moving up our list of the 12 top restaurants in Disney World is number 4, which is a Yak and Yeti, which is located in Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. The food here is terrific, and the atmosphere features beautiful and authentic Southeast Asia artifacts. What's great about the Yak and Yetis is something for everyone on this Pan-Asian inspired menu.
Mm.
Whether you crave seared ahi tuna, healthy salad, or a big bowl of yummy noodles. The most popular items are the ahi tuna nachos and the mango pie.
Oh, mango pie. I'm on board.
I've never heard of this restaurant. It's very unique, it sounds, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think I would like that. I like fish. I like tuna, so I would like that. Yeah.
Now we'll move to our top 3. Number 3 is Be Our Guest Restaurant in the Magic Kingdom. Be Our Guest Restaurant, themed on the Beauty and the Beast, is very popular. The attention to detail is nothing short of exquisite. Ooh. You may even catch the master, the Beast himself, if you're dining at dinner time. Favorite items are the gray stuff and the French onion soup. Yeah, I heard the food's very good. It looks like the inside of the castle from the Beauty and the Beast movies.
Nice.
And that gray stuff we've heard is a delicious dessert. Yeah. I actually found the recipe to that online.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It's a very light dessert. Like, I don't think it's extra hot. You know, it's a very light recipe with like a whipped cream and that type of thing. So that's number 3 on our list. Moving to number 2, the Liberty Tree Tavern, Magic Kingdom. This seems like it's been around forever. I've heard a lot about this. Liberty Tree Tavern, with its colonial-style setting, serves a Thanksgiving-inspired menu with all the fixings. Of course,
yummy.
That's right up my list, right?
Well, I like that as well.
The food is all-you-can-eat, like buffet, but served family-style. So they come around with platters, but you can have as much as you want. So you don't even have to leave your table.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. Make sure that you leave room for dessert, because the ooey gooey toffee cake is so incredibly decadent and worth it. The pot roast is also very popular.
Ooh.
Sounds very good.
You can't go wrong with that meal.
No.
I'd like to try that ooey gooey coffee cake. What is it again? Ooey gooey?
Ooey gooey toffee cake.
Toffee cake.
So that would be a meal we would really enjoy.
Yeah,
and
we'd
that's number
enjoy
2 on
that.
the list. We'll have to try that some point.
Yeah.
Number 1. Do you want to guess what the number 1 is on the whole list?
I have no idea. What is it?
It's probably the one that me and you would call number one.
Yeah.
Which is what? What's your favorite restaurant?
Ohana's my favorite restaurant. Yep. I've been there twice and I love it.
Ohana's.
I love Ohana's.
We've eaten there twice. It's absolutely our favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
It's located at the Polynesian Resort, second floor.
Yeah, you have a nice view of Cinderella's castle if you get a seat. A window seat.
You should try and ask for one. We ended up being there totally by mistake.
Yeah.
And we had a gorgeous view of the
Beautiful.
castle. So you can
it was
ask
so
for that.
lovely there. The food is so good.
It's usually pretty crowded, so we always go right at the beginning of the meal and we have no problems getting a seat.
Yeah.
Taking the number one spot with a resounding lead. So this was overwhelmingly the favorite. Was Ohana's as a favorite restaurant.
That's awesome.
And I'll tell you a little bit about it. We went once, Nancy and I, and second time our children took us for our retirement.
Yeah, that was really generous of them.
It's a buffet, but the food comes over in scutus.
Yes.
And they had shrimp, they had beef, chicken, turkey at one point. Another menu was changed a little bit, sausage at one point. To start off the meal, they have the most delicious, what was it, chicken thighs with some kind of sauce.
Oh, yeah. They were, gosh, I can't remember what they were called now, but they were really good.
And they had chicken wings, which I think were absolutely delicious. They also had noodles, which people go crazy over.
They were very, very good. I remember. The whole meal was absolutely delicious. So it's no surprise that it's number one.
And a huge salad, right?
The salad.
Salad and rolls.
Yeah, the salad was so tender. I think they got the lettuce from the what's that?
From the Living with the Land.
Living with the Land, yeah. I swear they did. That lettuce melted in your mouth. Yeah. It was delicious, and the dressing was really good.
So keep in mind, this is expensive, but if you're going to splurge on the meal, definitely try this out once.
Yeah, well, the rolls were different. Do you remember what they were?
I thought they were coconut flavored or something in them.
Okay, it was different, but everything was so good.
Coconut cheese or something, yeah.
They were absolutely delicious, and you don't go hungry because it's family style as well, right?
It's family style, correct. Yeah. They keep bringing the food until you had enough.
Yeah, so we haven't eaten at many restaurants, but we did eat at the number one twice.
That's right. So thank you very much for joining us. Those are the top 12 voted on by guests.
Yeah, voted on by guests. So
try them out.
Yes. If you have a chance, try them out.
Since today's segment 1 was on the Disney restaurants, well, we go on that same theme with fun facts. So Nancy's got 10 fun facts she dug up today on restaurants.
I do.
So what are they, Nancy?
So the world's largest restaurant is in Syria. It has 6,014 seats, a 580,000 square foot dining area, and is located in Damascus, Syria.
Huh? Wow. That's interesting. That's more people than on a cruise ship. Think about that in a restaurant.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
The oldest restaurant in the U.S. is in Boston. The Union Oyster House has been serving up fresh oysters and more since 1826.
So we've been by that many times, the Union Oyster House in Boston, Mass, but I've never eaten there.
Never eaten there.
Okay.
No. McDonald's once featured a grilled pineapple sandwich. The sandwich featured a sesame seed bun and grilled pineapple ring topped with a slice of American cheese. Understandably, the hula burger didn't last long.
I actually remember when that was put out there, and it was a bomb from my understanding.
I don't think I'd care for that, even though I like everything. I don't think I'd care for it.
Well, I'm thinking of just the pineapple with the beef, and I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would go well together. Yeah.
Your next restaurant fun fact?
Well, it doesn't have beef. It just...
There's no beef on it?
No, it's just the sandwich featured a sesame seed bun and grilled pineapple ring topped with a slice of American cheese. I don't think it's... Say they called it the hula burger. There's no beef on it, but still, unless you... I don't know. Not my cup of tea.
So the next one sounds like a very fascinating burger fact, Nance.
Yes, this one's quite interesting. There are plenty of pricey burgers out there. Burger Brasserie in Paris, Las Vegas offers a $777 Kobe beef burger, which contains Maine lobster, caramelized onions, imported blue cheese, crispy prosciutto, and 100-year-aged balsamic vinegar. But the most expensive burger in the world goes to Fleur at Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. Want to guess how much it is?
$1,000.
Which offers an astounding $5,000 burger.
Holy cow. I just wonder I wonder the people who buy these burgers, more than
I
the
don't
burger
know.
itself.
That sounds that's outrageous.
It is.
That really is. So the next one is in 2001, Pizza Hut sent a pizza to Yuri Yushkashov on the International Space Station, and possibly the most expensive pizza delivery run ever. It cost the pizza company $1 million. Oh, I hate hearing stuff like that. That's too much. That could have gone for good.
Yeah, do you imagine the delivery boy that delivered it, right?
Hope he got a good tip.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. The most expensive pizza on earth was held by celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, whose $2,000 beast of a pie was topped with a mountain of North Sea lobster.
Another one.
I would like that. Yeah.
I'm sure it's tasty, but I wouldn't want the lobster on top of a pizza, though. I think I'd rather right on a plate.
Yeah. Delmonico's opened its doors in 1837, featuring luxurious dining and a $1,000 bottle wine cellar. The restaurant, which remains at the same Manhattan location, claims to be the first in America to use tablecloths, and its star chefs not only invented the famous Delmonico steak, but also classics like Eggs Benedict, Baked Alaska, Lobster Newburg, and Chicken a la King. Wow. Quite
a menu for creation at the restaurant, isn't it? Very good. Okay, next one.
The 100 bowls in a chef's hat represent 100 ways to cook an egg. That's really interesting.
First of all, I didn't know there was 100 ways to cook an egg, and second of all, I never counted the creases in a chef's hat.
I never knew there was 100 folds in a chef's hat. Yeah, that's interesting.
And you got two more.
Soda is marked up over 1,000% in restaurants. What?
I knew that was huge, but I didn't know it was that much.
Wow,
that's incredible.
That is incredible.
Wow. That's why a lot of places will offer. You remember McDonald's and any of those fast food would have the free. Well, you'd buy one price and you could go up as many times as you want.
Oh, wow.
They were still making
They're still making stuff.
Yeah.
And they're not giving you much soda, too. They put more ice in it than soda. Okay, customers.
The final one is what?
Customers who doubted that Subway's foot-long sub were actually a foot long sued the sandwich chain for making sandwiches that were only 11 inches in length. That's hilarious. Yep. Subway settled the suit and agreed to measure all their sandwich breads.
Do you remember when that came public? I remember that. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Someone sat and they measured them out.
Oh,
they were all under. They were all undersized.
Jeez.
Most of the ones you get. Okay, those are
Leave it to someone to figure that out.
You're right. Well, thank you, Nancy, for those fun facts.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoyed them. Follow John and Nancy from J&N Travels as they snowbird in Florida for the winter months.
Snowbird tip. If you're walking around Disney Springs and looking for a unique bakery treat, you should try the treats at Amorettes Patisserie. There is a variety of delicious-looking pastries and drinks for everyone to enjoy. "12 wild things you'll find on the cruise ship." Okay, these are attractions that are a little bit different, or I guess they're a little bit different. So, number one, Nance, the go-karts on NCL. These are on NCL ships.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Of course I do.
I think they're the only fleet that has it. These go on the top deck. It's kind of neat to look at. I don't like it because it takes up too much of the top deck. For the number of times you're actually going to ride it, it takes up a lot of space. Though. It is very cool. The next one on our list, Nance, is the roller coasters. Now, the only ship, there's a couple of ships, I think, now on Carnival that have this. The original was the Mardi Gras.
Right.
I don't think any other cruise line has it. It's strictly a Carnival cruise ship activity. If anyone has any outlandish ones, throw them up in the chat, too.
Is it Bolt? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I count that as an attraction, Peter, jumping overboard. It seems like you're going to see more. You'll see more and more of that, though, doesn't it?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I guess it may be an attraction to the other passengers. But
that was funny.
This is weird. I'm surprised that a cruise ship takes up this much space to run something like that. The bumper cars. You know what cruise line has those?
I forget.
So it's big ships on RCL. Now we were on at the time the biggest, which was Oasis back when we went on it, and I imagine it's this spot, but they had the Central Park. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember at Paragon Park. There was always such a wait for the bumper cars, but I was willing to wait because I loved the bumper cars. It was so much fun.
Yeah, Pia, from what I understand, I think there's only 2 ships that have the roller coaster right now, and they're both Carnival ships. We're doing a Carnival ship in October.
We are.
But it's not that big.
Mm.
The next one on our list for wildest attractions is the ice skating rinks.
Yeah.
As far as I know, these are only on Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
So they have a show on here, but they also have open swim. It's an experience, though. You can always say you did. A doctor laughs every time when he asks for her pass, and then his how.
The tragic part of it is that I did it 3 days into a 2-week cruise. So, good thing I had a lot of ibuprofen. That's all I have to say. Right.
Next one, I love these. Now, we first rode one of these. This is called a water coaster. Okay, it's not a water slide that you sit at the top and go down. You actually sit on the raft and water propels you. Now, we did this at Typhoon Lagoon in Disney.
Yeah, you did. I didn't.
No, you did it too.
Did I?
We all did it. And it picks up speed. There's such a push of water. You're actually going up hills and down hills, just like on the roller coaster. Of course, there's no loop-de-loo, and you're not going up a hill that's 200 feet high, but it's got speed to it, and it's a lot of fun. And this is the only ship, I think they built a second ship now that has this also. And they call it the water duck or something. And it's a coaster, water coaster on the ship.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Laser tag arenas. There are 2 kinds that we've noticed when we're doing research on this. One is they're on the top deck and they inflate them at night, the walls, and which is good, except if there's any kind of a wind, they don't really hold up much.
Yeah.
The one that we went on, and these are on both NCL, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Royal Caribbean. The one on, I'm trying to get this straight now. I think it was the Royal Caribbean one was solid walls.
I don't recall the one on Royal, so.
Yeah, I think that was a solid walls, and the inflatable one, that was one we did. We didn't do the one on Norwegian, I don't think.
No, we did. No, we did the one on.
That was the inflatable ones.
We did the one on Norwegian because it was the Bliss.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so they had the solid walls.
Yes,
I got those in reverse, right? The Royal Caribbean had the inflatable walls.
Right, exactly.
And those are like any laser tag. You go around obstacles.
We had a good team. We had a really good team. Yes, it was a lot of fun.
We were 2-0.
And the cost was $10 for this?
At the time, it was 10, and you get 2 5-minute games. Yeah. Right.
I loved it. I thought it was fun.
This is a ride I hadn't seen before. It's called a robotic arm ride, and it takes you up on an arm and basically spins you around, I think, is the whole intent.
Okay. I wouldn't like the spinning. I would like to go up and not the spinning part.
You'd like the view, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Okay, and the next one is called the skydiving simulator. So,
well, that looks fun.
I just can't picture it working well, but I guess they do work, and they are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this is like it's stated in the title. You get inside.
Yeah.
They give you a little bit of a lesson. You get in, and I imagine it's fans that just push you up. I have not been on a ship that's had this.
No.
Let's see. The ships that have this is Royal Caribbean also. Royal Caribbean, because of the size of the ship, seems to have most of these kind of gimmicky type of rides. Next one is the observation capsule. Now, this is more what you'd like. You get in on the capsule on the deck, and then it raises you up on the long arm, and you look out and you get a view.
Yeah, that was cool.
So it's not a throw ride by any means. It's strictly for, I'm not sure how long you stay up there, but I do know you can pay a very large amount of money, and they have private events. So you could go up there, and I'm not sure how many it holds, if it's 20 people or 15 people, but you can actually have a private, like maybe you were doing a proposal or something.
I was just thinking that. That's exactly what I was thinking.
And this I liked. This is on Carnival Cruise Lines. It's called the Sky Ride. You sit in a little, I guess call it a bicycle thing, right?
Yeah.
You pedal with your legs, and the track is raised above the deck, and it takes you around the outside of the ship.
Right.
I did this, 4 times on the Horizon, on a recent Horizon trip.
Yep.
I'm not sure how many of the ships have. I know Horizon did.
That's a good idea to have something like that. It's a novelty.
Well, the thing is, it takes them off the deck too.
And there's no cost.
Right. You know, it's like those rope courses. It takes you off the deck. So it's almost like another deck on the ship.
Yeah.
Right? And you can have it for a ride.
Right.
I was trying to find someone to race on that. And I always have to race some stranger. Because...
I know.
Okay, so it's all the Vista classes have it. Yeah. Just it looks fun and a little scary.
Yeah,
Nancy
I agree.
wouldn't go on it.
I am terrified of heights. Absolutely terrified. I'm surprised I learned how to downhill ski because I was really nervous about the ski lift. But
the thing with this is it's not. The ride itself's not scary. If you go around it's not like the roller coaster. You don't go around at the fast speed at all.
My legs probably would freeze and I wouldn't be able to pedal.
If you're afraid of heights.
Yeah, because I'm scared of heights.
I could see them having to wheel you back in from halfway across, down around the track.
Stay away from stuff that I'm deathly afraid of. But I did learn how to downhill ski, so that's the only thing that I...
Oh, okay. So I never thought about that, Blaine. There's a size... issue with a lot of these things too.
There is. Yeah, interesting. Okay.
I never thought of that.
I never
you see
did
at the theme parks on the dry land, but you don't. I don't know why, but it should be the same, right? In fact, they're probably not made as sturdy on the ships as they are on land. Okay, the next we have 3 more here. No, 2 more here. This is a sky pad. It's on Royal Caribbean ships also. Now, what this is, it's not fully enclosed. It's got a little bit of a roof, but you get on these, what do you call those? Trampolines.
Yeah.
You bounce up and down the trampolines. At the same time, you have virtual reality glasses on. So the movement of you bounce and you're looking through the virtual reality glasses and maybe it's showing you going over a cliff or a skydive. You know what I mean? It gives you the whole experience. I think that would
really
be so neat.
That is really, really cool. I wouldn't do it, but that's really cool.
I remember they shut this down for a while. Back a few years because there was an accident. Some guy got hurt on this. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure how serious he was.
Was that the guy that broke a lot of bones? I remember that.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was tragic, yeah. Or he survived it, but he's going to be long recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, just the same as you. It's heights for her.
Oh, really? Yeah. Like I said,
she'll do any roller coaster. So it's just a height part. It's not the speed of
the... okay. Yeah, I'm not alone in having that fear. You know, they say the only fear that we're actually born with is the fear of falling. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I have that fear, of course. That's why heights bother me.
Next one, which is on RCL, is a zip line. I absolutely love this. This was, we went on the Oasis. The ship was only a little over half full because they were trying to do spacing. And we got to do all I imagine the zip line and the surfing and stuff like that. They had a surfing thing on there. Probably had huge lines normally. But I got on this probably half a dozen times during the time we went. And it's not a huge zip line. You go from one end of, there's an area in the middle of the Oasis, which is called Central Park. It's literally a park. It looks like...
Oh, it's beautiful.
With live plants and trees and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
And this zip line goes over it from one end of the ship to the other end of the ship. So that was a tremendous amount of fun. And then the last one, there are plenty of other attractions. Actually, that's the last of the 12, but I did put a bonus one here at the last minute. So we're going to say this is number 13. I love this one also. This is called the Abyss, okay? It's a purple slide that is on the back of the RCL ships that have it. I think it's the bigger ones again. And it's a dry slide, which is weird. You sit on one of those mats. Yeah. And you go down, it twirls down. You basically go down, I think it's 3 or 4 decks. You leave the top deck where the pools are, and you end up on the deck where the merry-go-round is, which should be on this list also, a merry-go-round. I did not think it was scary at all. Okay. No. It looks so intimidating.
It does. It really does. Just getting up to the slide, you have to walk up a lot of stairs.
I think their newest ship has a double slide now.
Oh, really?
Like a racing slide, so 2 people get on it and go down at the same time. Okay. Yeah. And that one is considered the steepest dry slide at sea, I think it is. I don't think it's in the world. I think it's at sea.
At sea, okay.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, so those are
I want to know if anybody's out there has tried that surfer. What's that called? It looks so hard. We've watched a lot of people try it, and I didn't see anybody get up except for the instructors.
It looks, the surfer, it's a simulated surfing thing where they do the wave. And it looks like nothing. Like, okay, you fall.
Oh, yeah, I can get
But
up.
you hit pretty hard, and I've known people that have actually come off that and broken the bone because of this flipping off of the surfer. I was set to try that. I had the reservation to try it, and then it was after Nancy broke her arm, and at that point we said, if I break a leg and she's got a broken arm, there's no one here to carry the luggage. So
yes, I forbade him.
Hopefully next time on I'll give it a try, but we'll see.
Yeah, one injury was enough.
Yeah, it was. So those are 13. If anyone else has some other ones that they want to throw into the chat, go right ahead. There's probably another 50, 100 you could come up with. I mean,
I did like the merry-go-round. I thought it was really sweet. It was cool being on a merry-go-round on a cruise ship.
So Nancy, we're at the end of the podcast now. It's time for you to give the answers to your 3 travel trivia questions. Give us a question and the answer, Nancy.
Which country covers the most time zones on the planet? Any guesses?
So the first question was, which country covers the most time zones on the planet?
Yeah.
The answer to that is?
The country is France.
France, okay.
Which town served as the inspiration for Magic Kingdom's Main Street USA?
And this one I'm curious about. Which town served as the inspiration for Magic Kingdom's Main Street USA?
So Main Street USA is based on Marceline, Missouri, a town where Walt Disney spent 4 years of his childhood. Walt Disney wanted to create Main Street USA to look like the Marceline's downtown district.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And your third trivia question?
On which Cunard ship were parts of the Poseidon Adventure filmed?
So which Cunard ship were parts of the Poseidon Adventure filmed?
The Queen Mary.
Okay, that's the one that's permanently, I wonder if that's the same one that's permanently docked in California.
Oh, that might be.
He uses a hotel now.
Yeah.
Or if there's another Queen Mary.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Nance. So, Nance, we like to end our podcast with a question from a listener.
Yes.
Today's listener question is, what is your favorite island? Now, I'm going to assume they're referring more to a port island because we have been to a lot of islands other than on cruise ports. So let's just base it on islands that we have been to on cruise ships. What's your favorite island?
Well, I really like Aruba, but I'm going to go with Barbados.
Barbados?
For my favorite.
Okay, that's one of my top. I have to lean towards Bermuda just because I like the quaintness of it, the fact that everything's right around the cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
The only bad thing about Bermuda is if you go at the wrong time of year, it's actually colder because it's so far north. So mine would be probably Bermuda at the top, but closely followed by probably Barbados and Aruba, places like that.
Yeah, both Barbados and Aruba have beautiful beaches. So.
Thanks for coming to J&N Travels Podcast.